Hi everyone, so you'll have seen from the title of this video that I am struggling. Yeah, so if you're new here, my name's Jem, I'm 42 and live in Northwest England, and I'm here documenting my weight loss journey with Mounjaro. And if you're returning, welcome back. I'm currently doing an upload every day through April, and this certainly wasn't the video that I had planned for tonight, but of all the things I want this channel to be, it is giving you my honest opinion and experiences on how my weight loss journey with a GLP-1 is going. So if you did catch my most recent update, you'll have seen that I talked a little bit about suppression and cravings. So as far as suppression goes, I was feeling okay suppression, but then it was getting stronger nearer to my shot day instead of the other way around. So originally, when I first started Mounjaro, back 20 odd weeks ago, I would feel really strong suppression at first, and then that would sort of wean off before shot day. It now seems to have reversed, and it seems stronger nearer to the shot day. Like I say, I still had the suppression at the beginning. And the other thing I spoke about was cravings. So cravings were sneaking back in, but I've got a bag of sweets in the cupboard that's been there for weeks. And even though I'd gone and got them, I had the craving for them. I hadn't actually opened them. Well, the sweets are still in the cupboard, but the cravings are back. The suppression isn't non-existent, but it's not far off. And I feel and can hear food noise like pre-Mounjaro. And one of the things I wanted to do through April was do a standalone video on titration and my sort of views on titration and when you should titrate up. So I'll talk a little bit about that first. So the way I see it is you should try and stick to the smaller doses as long as possible, and stick to the 2.5 as long as you're losing weight, you've got minimal to no side effects, then you stick with that dose. You then titrate up to the 5 and again stick with that until, and so on. When I originally started this journey, I did my first pen of 2.5, I then titrated up to 5 milligram, I then titrated up to the 7.5 milligram pen within those first 3 pens. Regretted my decision to go up to the 7.5. I'd done a bit more research at that point. I was watching more people on here and realised that you didn't have to go with what the pharmacies are telling us to do, which is basically every 4 weeks, just then titrate up. So I then went back down to 5 milligram. So I've done 1 pen at 2.5, 1 pen at 5 milligram. I then did the pen at 7.5. I then went back to 5 milligram, another 5 milligram, and now I'm halfway through technically my third 5 milligram, but to be honest, it feels like my 5th because I had that 5 milligram, and then obviously I had the 7.5, which at the time just didn't feel any different than the 5. How am I feeling about that now? I really feel ready to move up. I've consistently lost weight. I've only gained weight. Sorry, I haven't gained weight at all. I've only maintained once, and that was after my holiday in Benidorm a few weeks ago. I have definitely slowed down with the weight loss, and that's fine. That's exactly how I wanted it to be. I wanted to lose smaller amounts over a longer period of time. I didn't want it to be too rapid, although it was quite rapid at first. But for me, this weight loss drug is a tool to help me get to where I want to be, and I'm not there yet. I've got another 2 stone, so near enough 28 pounds to go, 26 pounds I think it is, to get to the target I've got in mind at the moment. But that could, like I always say, that could change. I may get nearer to that and feel like I'm okay. I may want to lose a little bit more, I don't know. But the point is, I'm not there yet, and I'm not ready to face these battles without this GLP-1 medication. If I've learned anything, it's that it's helped me immensely to have lost the weight that I've lost. So at this moment in time, I've lost 51 pounds. And I think, you know, the thought of having to deal with this food noise again, I'm not ready to battle that yet on my own. I need the help of this medication. So, like I say, I am halfway through this 6th pen. So I've got 2 more shots to take of the 5 milligram. I'm seriously considering going up to the 7.5. I know that I'm contradicting myself because I said if you're still losing weight and you are having little to no side effects, and I really don't get many side effects at all. I've had a little bit of constipation lately, but other than that, nothing else. So I've you know, my understanding to that then was, well, you just stick to that dose. And I don't know why I wasn't factoring in the cravings and the food noise and things like that coming back, and how hard that is to sort of tackle. I'm only a couple of days into having to deal with this. It's hit me hard today. It really has hit me hard today. I could literally go on a binge. I'm not going to. I promise you that. I'm really not going to. I'm actually going to take myself off to bed and have an early night. But all those niggling cravings and the constant food noise is coming back with a vengeance. And I like I say, I don't want to deal with that. Not yet. I've said before, I want to come off this medication. I don't want to be on it for life. If I am, I am. But the plan is, once I get down to the weight that I want to be, I'll then decrease my dose. And even if I stay on it for a year, 2 years, however long it takes until I am confident enough that I can deal with what I'm dealing with at the moment, I'll then be ready to try and come off them completely once I've obviously gone back right back down to the 2.5. So I'm due to order a new pen obviously in the next couple of weeks, but I am going to wait until I've had that 4th shot out of my pen that I've got at the moment. So I'll be taking my 3rd shot this Thursday, and then I'll have another shot next week. But I just wanted to be honest. I just wanted to come on and say, this is how it is. This is what I'm dealing with at the moment. It'll be really interesting to hear people's comments. I know that they might, some people might agree with things I say, they might disagree, and that's fine. It's all our own journeys, but I'm here documenting my journey, so I didn't want to sort of let this go and not speak about it and act like everything's rosy, because it's not at the moment. Don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying this journey, but today particularly has been really, really hard. So today at work, I've had my usual breakfast, so my yogurt, my fruit, and I had granola. So with that, it's the 25 grams of protein yogurt as well. That normally fills me up so much. But honestly, even after I'd had that bowl, I was like, you know, that sort of, I fancy a little bit of something else. I didn't. I was at work, didn't have access to anything else anyway. And then I had a bowl of the leftover chili for my dinner. And I was then, lunch. And then again was like, I want something else. So I ended up having a grenade bar. By the time mid-afternoon came, sort of even an hour before I left work, I was thinking, I've got another grenade bar in my drawer. I might just have that. And I didn't. But a few weeks ago, that wouldn't have entered my head. It would not have entered my head to think, well, the little thoughts of, oh, I could just eat something else. They were gone, and they're back. But they're back, to me, they're back with a vengeance, like I say. So, yeah, and then I've come home and I've had my tea, which I had chicken in a wrap with some salad. And it was really, really nice. But then I was thinking, I should just have a little bit of chocolate. My son's got, you know, the little Freddo bars and things like that. I've had one of those. I can't remember the last time I went and did anything like that. It's been such a long time. And yeah, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to face this battle. Like I say, I want to get down to a weight that I'm happy with. And although I'm really happy with the weight I've lost, I'm not where I want to be. So it'd be really interesting to see what you guys think. Obviously, like I say, I'm on 5 milligrams for at least the next 2 weeks, and I'll make a decision then. It could be a blip. It could be something that's going on in my head. It could be my hormones. I'll be due on sort of next week-ish, I think. And my hormones and my cravings and things like that go crazy at time of the month. So it could be something to do with that. I don't know. So I'm not just going to go and order my pen and make that decision today. It could just be a bad day today, although I did start feeling it like yesterday and the day before. I don't know. It's going to be a case of watch this space, but it will be really interesting to see if anybody else has had similar, how you dealt with it, how you're dealing with titration. Like I say, I did want to do a standalone video about it, but honestly, sometimes I realise how early I am into this journey. Yes, this is my 22nd week that I'm in the middle of, or nearly at the end of. So 5 months. 5 months. I've had my first injection on the 7th of November. We're now the 8th of April, so we're just over 5 months. And yeah, I'm by no means an expert. I hope that me documenting my journey does sort of support others out there, but it is really helpful for me as well to sort of look back on videos, and I think this will be a helpful one for me to look back on in the future. But that's where I am at the moment. Like I say, just wanted to come on and be completely honest with you. If I'm nothing else, I'm honest. And yeah, if you have liked the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It really helps my channel, and I love the fact that we've got so much support here. It makes my day when I see new subscribers popping up, and give me a shout out as well that you're new. And yeah, come and join this amazing community that we've got. And I will be back tomorrow. I am doing a what I eat in a day, which will be interesting. I'm working from home tomorrow, so I did speak about it on my what I eat in a day on Sunday, that I wanted to do it on a Wednesday where it's more of a worky day, but I am at home, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes while I'm feeling this way as well. But for now, that's it, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.